I'm working on what I call the bridges system. And if you go to hemispherelearning.ca, you'll kind of see the work in progress. One of them is the calm bridge. Now, here's the structure of all these. First of all, you got to figure out where you're at. Then you've got to decide where you want to go. And then you've got the terrain you have to cross in between them. And that's what I find, that's where the biggest challenges are. And I find that's so often what's lacking. So what I've done, and it fits in, any of you that have been to any of my workshops know me, I often call myself the sort of the travel guide, right? Helping you to guide you through this terrain so you can figure it out yourself. And I'm just looking at one of the modules, I guess, in each one of the systems. And it highlights different types of roads. So again, here you are, there's where you want to be, and you have to navigate these pathways, make your way through this terrain. And I tell you, it fits so well. And I'm just going to read through them because I bet you'll be able to identify just with this, maybe the road you're on, the road you've just started, or maybe the road you just finished. So the first one is called the flat road. And I'll give you a brief description. This is all in the guides. It's early momentum. So it's often when you first start. So you got that momentum fairly quickly. It's pretty smooth traveling, lots of high energy. And here's the thing, it's easy, but in many ways it's deceptively easy because I call it the honeymoon period. Now, after that, we make our way to the next road, which is called the gravel stretch. Now, here the progress appears to slow. And the same effort, it actually seems to cover less ground. Friction is the work. You see, this is where you actually start to introduce change. And this isn't to dissuade you, but at the same time, it's important that you know these terrains. So first of all, you're not discouraged. You're wondering, why the hell is this showing up? And also, so you can figure out how to navigate your way through them, right? You see, here's the thing. A lot of people, they're good on the flat road. But as soon as the work starts, that's when they're done. So now we hit uphill. Now, sustained effort, and again, it appears that there's no visible reward for it. And it's the system is pushing back harder than it is because you're introducing stress into the system. That's the only way you're going to create change. Now, as you do that, it's not uncommon that you find yourself in fog. Now, what's fog? The progress, the whole thing seems invisible. You feel disoriented. This is, again, another common area that most people stop because it's like you have no direction. You can't even see the damn road. Now, the next two roads are ones we commonly find ourselves on, all right? The wrong turn. We've all done that, haven't we? It's apparent, that's a key word here, apparent regression that turns out to be a necessary rerouting. The wrong road, when I say it, it doesn't mean it's bad. In many respects, it's part of the process. And now we get to the bridge. So this is this point. And a bridge is a very good descriptor for it. And the bridge isn't terribly wide. And on one side that you're standing is the old version of you. Or maybe I could say the existing version of you. On the other side of the bridge is the new version of you. And the new version of you is compelling you to cross the bridge. But here's the thing. It says a threshold that cannot be gone around. It can only be crossed. The bridge only goes one way. And when you make that journey across the bridge, the old you now is gone, and that's okay, because now you've stepped into the new version of who you are. Which takes us to something that we, thankfully call the rest stop. So now it's a matter of integration. You don't have to do a whole lot now. Just get used to the new you. Integration periods that feel like stalling, but you're doing essential work. So here's what happens is people think, wow, I've crossed the bridge on this new version of me. It's like, right? But here's the thing. It's going to feel, not uncommon, it's going to feel really uncomfortable. It's like new shoes, right? The new shoes are great and they're going to fit really well, but not right now because I'm just adjusting to them. So remember that, right? What we, that ecstasy, the freedom, all those pleasurable sensations you think you're going to feel, you will. It's just initially you got to kind of get used to who you are again. Hold on, two more. I got to scroll down. There we are. Now, sometimes what will happen in that process is called the switchback. Old ground revisited, but from a higher vibrational perspective. So you may see some of those old patterns coming through, but remember, while they may appear the same, you are now changed, which changes the whole relationship to them. And then the open road. You've done the work, you went through the processes, you've crossed the bridge, and now you're on the open road. Regulation is becoming the new normal. You've gotten used to the new version of who you are, and now you start to experience all the fruits of your labor. It's spacious and it's self-sustaining. That's the roads. So I don't know. Tell me about what road are you on? Because we also have another portion of this, which is how you navigate these roads to expedite them, to learn about them, to get the most value out of it. So what road are you currently on right now? All right. Thanks for tuning in. See you on the web.